Hey everybody. Today we are listening to Helplessness Blues by Fleet Foxes. Man, I'm excited to listen to this. I have really been looking forward to getting more into Fleet Foxes. From what I know, this is like one of their most acclaimed albums. I absolutely love the debut album. I've been returning to a lot of the songs on that one. Especially Blue Ridge Mountain. I love that song. I love their sound already, so I'm interested to see where they're going to take it. Also, it's like 12 degrees out, so what better thing is there to do than to listen to a Fleet Foxes album? So, without further ado, let's get started.
So now I am older than my mother and father.
I love his voice.
Could I wash my hands up, just looking out for me? Oh man, what I used to eat. Oh man, oh my, oh. I guess naked as
Beautiful.
we make it.
Already beautiful.
Oh man, what I used to eat. Oh man, oh my, oh.
Whoa. Wow.
Gold teeth and gold jewelry, Montezuma to Tripoli. Oh man, oh my, oh me.
Great start. I mean, beautiful. It's beautiful. The arrangement was just great. From the harmonies to the finger-styled guitar work to the extremely euphoric burst of instrumentation. It all was just so nice. I really do love this dude's voice. Okay, so I looked it up. I don't know if it's the lead singer, but it's one of the singers that is also the person behind Father John Misty, which is an artist I do really enjoy. Because I definitely kind of get that feeling. I mean, I feel like Father John Misty is a little bit more piano-centric and also a little darker at some times, but I definitely get like the same sort of tone. It's just something that came to mind. This song kind of seems to be about growing old and reflecting. I think there's a little bit more to it, but just off of first glance, I'm pretty sure that's what it's about. Seems to be quite existential too. Good start. Let's just keep going. Oh, yes, I love that folkiness. Give it to me. Ooh.
If to borrow is to take and not return, I have borrowed all my lonesome life.
So much reverb on his voice. Oh my god. Wow. Oh, I love that. I love the violin. That's awesome.
Believe me, everything I took I'd soon return.
Ooh.
Just to be at Innisfree.
Elevation there. Wow, there's so much good instrumentation.
One day at Innisfree.
This is so good.
Gleaming white, just as I recall.
Whoa. Damn.
Yes, I did. I could never forget it at all. One day at Innisfree.
Yeah, I like that even more than the first track. Oh, wow. The amount of different textures and just impressive instrumentation is off the charts. Something new was being added or taken away or just differentiated, like, constantly. I think my favorite part of the song was the violin, too. God damn, I love violin. I really love violin. So full of life, so youthful in a way. It really does feel like a bright sunny day. Fleet Fox's harmonies as well, just especially in that like refrain where it dropped out and it was just the vocals. Good stuff. As bright and full of life as this all is, the lyrics are pretty sad. It feels like kind of regretful a little bit. If to borrow is to take and not return, I have borrowed all my lonesome life. Again, kind of reflecting on the past as well. Beautiful stuff, lyrically, and they're a beacon of just raw talent, really. That's what I'm getting from this.
He was so kind, such a gentleman, tied to the ocean side. Ruffled the fur of the collie neath the table, ran out the door through the dark. Then the earth shook, that was all that it took for the train to break.
Wow.
All the loose ends beside
Those
my
violins.
reflection hanging high.
Oh my god. The tremolo.
Remember when you had me cut your hair?
Wow. Great. Wow. Man, so good. I mean, it's just so full of life. That's like the biggest thing I'm getting from this all so far. It all feels so well thought out in just a lot of ways. I don't know. All the acoustic folky shit is just like, man, oh my god. And just the bridge, like middle sort of section where everything bursted out. And there was the violins, but they were doing this like tremolo sort of thing. Man, that hit. That was so cool. And the way it was panned, the lyrics are really interesting. It's telling, I think, a story too. Ran out the door through the dark, carved out his initials in the bark. Interesting. So I think it's kind of about this person who kind of left one night and didn't want to come back, but they still realize that they love this person even though they don't really understand why. I think that's kind of what it's about. They really just nail it in all aspects. The instrumentation, lyrical writing, performance, it's all there. It really is.
I came to your window through a stone and waited all the way home. Wide-eyed walker, do not wander through the dawn. Watch you for an hour. He kept you beneath him. Wide-eyed walker, do not wander through the dawn.
Well, probably my least favorite track so far. I mean, it still sounded beautiful. I think the other songs just had more impactful instrumentation and vocals, but still a good track. I mean, I still just really enjoy the sound and the feeling of it all. This whole album feels so, like, connected. And despite how sad the lyrics are, it's really just a bright feeling. I mean, Helplessness Blues, the title of the album is making more sense, you know? Telling another story here kind of seems to be about a missed opportunity, or, I don't know, a central thing that's been sticking with me throughout the lyrics is kind of regret. I think that's like the one thing that's kind of staying consistent within the lyrics. Already like how subtle this track is starting. God. Shaker popping off? Wow. That is stunning. Oh.
just as the sand made everything round, just as the tar seeps up from the ground, so was the day that you came to town.
Oh. This is already one of my favorites, I can tell you that. The instrumentation is so diverse. There's so many different things.
Midnight feeder, beggar pleader, I should have known. At arm's length, they
God damn. Yeah, hands down one of my favorites. That was so cool. It felt like 3 different songs smushed into one, with like the first intro bit being kind of just harmonies and just layered vocals, and then you have like the core part of the song, and then you have that outro where it drops out and then kicks back in. This so creative, so well put together and performed. Just loving it, loving it, loving it. It's really just making me want to close my eyes and absorb it all. This one, I'm not sure lyrically. It's interesting for sure. I'm just like, what does it mean? What is the tar seeps up from the ground, bitter dancer ever turning. It's interesting because it takes something as pleasant as whatever dancer this kind of is. It kind of has some more gruesome topics surrounding it, like bitter dancer, and then you have daylight sleeper, bloody reaper. Interesting. I should have known when one day you would come. The dancer definitely represents something. I think it might have to do with possibly regret again, but I don't know. I'm really trying to figure this out. It's interesting. Bloody Reaper. So maybe the dancer could represent like pain, maybe. Bloody Reaper kind of gives that sort of impression. Again, so much darker than how it sounds though. Which is, I mean, there's a lot of music like that, but here it's especially interesting. Because I feel like the self-titled album was definitely dark in some ways, but not as dark as this, you know? Ooh, title track, okay.
I was raised up believing I was somehow unique, functioning cog in some great machinery, serving something beyond me. But I don't know what that will be. What's my name?
Those acoustic guitars sound so full.
Just tell me what I should do. I'll get back to you someday soon. You will see. Yeah, I'm tongue-tied and dizzy, and I
just got chills.
Keep it to myself soon.
Wow, that was smooth.
If I had an orchard, I'd work till I'm wrong. You would wait tables and soon run the store.
God, this is beautiful.
My light in the dawn. If I had an orchard, I'd work till I'm sore. Oh, someday I'll be like the man on the screen.
Oh my god. Oh my god. I got chills throughout that entire fucking song. I honestly just wanted that to keep going. That was pure euphoria in its sound alone. I also love how the song was kind of in two halves. You have like the more acoustic half, and then you have the more instrumentally full half, and it just comes together so nicely. Not even to mention how smooth the transition between those two halves was. It felt seamless. Sometimes those transitions can be a little rough around the edges, but man, it was perfect the way those things just meshed together. Loved the first half. I think the second half was definitely like where it completely just blew my mind though. It was, oh god, that melody, the chords, just I really love the instrumentation that they bring to the table, and that was just there on full display. I think that was pretty easily my favorite song. I mean, I love pretty much the entire album so far, but god, that song, that was so good. Okay, what is this about though? That's what I'm curious about. It seems like this person is confident that they want to just be a part of the bigger picture, but something is still kind of uncertain here. But then at the end, it's like, someday I'll be like the man on the screen. I think that represents kind of the want to be content. Like knowing your place, right? Beautiful way in like presenting this topic too. Yeah, wow. Great stuff, really. I think that was like definitely my favorite so far. Well, those are some crazy chords. So cool. Oh my god. This is so gorgeous. Oh my, wow. The piano and the swell. Ugh. Such great guitar work too. It's so impressive. Everything harmonizes with each other. That was a phenomenal instrumental. Let's just keep it going. Beautiful melody already. Whoa. Oh, nice. That reverb is just... Well, not one of the most immediately, like, shocking songs in terms of just wild, crazy instrumentation. I think that one satisfied my needs melodically. I really like just so many of the textures and the vocal lines here. It's really catchy. This song is absolutely, without a doubt, about a breakup. It's gotta be. These first two verses really put it into a picture, and I love the way it's described. So I guess I got old. I was like trash on the sidewalk. I guess I knew why. Often it's hard to just sweet talk. And then the chorus is, I was old news to you then, old news. And then the second verse is, you were like glue holding each of us together. I slept through July while you made lines in the heather. Really emotional. Man, that really puts the emotion behind the instruments and just the vocal delivery into perspective. Like, man, this line, now I can see how we were like dust on the window. Not much, not a lot. Everything stolen or borrowed. Like, goddamn, bro.
after all is said and done, I feel the same. All that I hoped would change within me stayed. I walk with others in me, yearning to get out.
Has that 3/4 rhythm, kind of the same as the last song, I think, too.
One of them wants only two.
Beautiful, beautiful, man.
One wouldn't suit.
I feel like that song is such an underrated track on this album. That was so good. I actually love that. So reeled back, but God, those harmonies. Oh my God. I think those were the best harmonies of the entire album, in my opinion. Like, just such satisfying melodic resolves and super passionate vocal delivery, and I love the lyrics. After all is said and done, I feel the same. All that I hoped would change within me stayed. God, yeah, I genuinely up there with my favorites, I think. I really felt that and just connected with that emotionally and just with how beautiful it all sounds. There's an 8-minute song on here? Holy shit. That's exciting. Oh, yeah.
I went down among the dust and pollen to the old stone fountain in the morning after dawn.
Already.
And I wonder what became of them. What became of them? Sunlight over me, no matter what I do.
Oh, that was so good. I already fuck with this so much.
Every day a passing complete.
No way, dude. This could be a sea shanty if it wanted to be. I know it's not gonna be, but oh God.
In the morning, waking up to terrible sunlight. In the morning, in the morning. In the doorway, holding it in.
That sounds so awesome.
And in the morning. Green apples hang from my tree.
Wow.
They belong only to me. And if I just stay a while here staring at the sea.
What a stunning track. Oh my God, wait. The second half is called an argument. Ooh. Oh. That 100% lived up to its runtime. That was 100% one of my favorites. That was, oh, God. Man, this second half has been fantastic so far. So the real is, I don't know what the song's about yet, but the second half is called An Argument, and the trumpets or horns or whatever were super dissonant and just all over the place. And I think that's supposed to represent that argument. And you know what that reminds me of is the song The Adults Are Talking by The Strokes, because in that song, it kind of does the same thing where it represents like people arguing through instrumentation. And I think it's so cool how you could portray that through music. And this was done extremely well because, I mean, super abrupt and super chaotic, but I mean, it's supposed to be. Like, that's totally what it's going for. Oh man, I love this right here. This person goes to a fountain, and then the lyrics are, underneath all these pennies fallen from the hands of children. They were there and then were gone, and I wonder what became of them. That's interesting because it poses the idea of like, you throw in these pennies to get a wish, but really it's only temporary, right? Damn, this is intense lyrically. It's almost like a breakup album in some ways, I think. With a line like this, in the ocean washing off my name from your throat in the morning, and if I just stay a while here staring at the sea and the waves break ever closer, ever near to me, I will lay down in the sand and let the ocean lead, carry me to Innisfree like pollen on the breeze. That is, wow. That kind of to me represents like heaven, or I don't know. Ooh, the second half totally makes sense now because I believe this is kind of a breakup song represented as kind of like trying to put your hope into something that may not come true, kind of represented as the penny in the fountain, which is so cool. That is awesome. I think he's like trying to be positive too, because this chorus is apples in the summer, all cold and sweet, every day a passing complete, kind of trying to persevere throughout this, even though it may be hard. Interesting, yeah. Wow. Masterclass in songwriting, man. This is just the 100% one of the best songs. 8-minute song spent so well. Literally not a single moment wasted. I just love how I can even just immediately look into the lyrics after the song, gain a rough idea of what it's about, and it just encapsulates me more into the experience. Yeah, oh god. Okay, let's move on. We have two more songs.
Why in the night sky are the lights hung, floating in the vacuum with no purpose, not a
Existential lyrics for sure.
Why in the night sky are the lights hung? Why is life made only for the end?
This is fucking sad.
Why do I do all this waiting then? I heard you on the radio, I couldn't help but smile.
Beautiful chord.
Floating in the vacuum with no purpose, not a one.
Fucking chills. It really just feels like an epilogue to the last track. It's like this fight that he was fighting with this relationship, or just mentally trying to process and get through it all. You're sitting alone and just like existentially reflecting. Wow, yeah. I really love that one too, especially just because it feels like so thematically appropriate. I mean, the lyrics really sad, but just so perfect in what it's trying to say in the context. Why in the night sky are the lights hung? Why is the earth moving around the sun, floating in the vacuum with no purpose and not a one? It gives that helpless feeling. Man, it's all connecting. It's fantastic, really. As stripped back and as hollow in some ways as it is, I think it just fits so well and served its purpose perfectly. What a great album. Really great stuff. Simple as that was, it was beautiful, man. Last track, what is it? It's Grown Ocean. Ooh, Grown Ocean. That could mean so many things right now.
Didn't fountains in that dream
god, I think I get it. Wow.
I know someday the smoke will all burn off. We have
Wow,
turned
thematically, it makes sense. Oh, that's so cool.
Betray me, I will wake one day. Don't delay me. Wide-eyed lever, always going.
Ugh. Great closer. I think the first thing I want to talk about is the lyrics, because it clicked. I don't know if this whole album is like a concept album necessarily, but thematically it kind of tells a story emotionally. Working through this breakup, kind of existentially losing it. And with this track, I think he kind of comes to terms with it. He comes to terms with it in a very interesting way, because it seems like it comes to him in this dream. This third verse really made it click for me. I know someday the smoke will all burn off. All these voices I'll someday have turned off then. I will see you someday when I've woken. I'll be so happy to just have spoken. I have so much to tell you about it then. I think what it's saying is, like, he sees in this dream a future where everything is okay, right? He sees in the dream that this person and he has moved on and they're friends. There's so much to talk about then. There's so much that they've lived through that it's all going to be okay. It's kind of a reassuring ending. Very, very cool. I love that. Sometimes when a sad album ends on a positive note, it can come across kind of cheesy to me sometimes, but I think the way that it's handled here is great, because it's not just blatantly saying it. It's like a very interesting way of portraying that feeling. I feel like most of the songs on this album have been pretty free-flowing, but this track especially was super just wash over you. It's pretty consistently just like vibey. I don't know. It was great. Not only did I love how it resolved the album, but the instrumentals and the vocals and everything was beautiful. This is a very passionate album, and it's super apparent. It's super duper apparent. I love that. Helplessness Blues. Okay, let's just talk about the whole thing as a album, because to me, this album felt like they just took what they were doing on the first album and took it a step further. Instrumentally, they did. Lyrically, they did. I just think it's... I mean, I love the first record a lot, but this just feels like it's a little bit more grand, and thematically it's just so interesting, especially towards the end here. It does sound like it's in the same realm as the first album, but it's there's more. I just feel like there's just more going on in some ways. And again, that's not to take away anything from that first record, because I love that one. But yeah, this is just fantastic. It really, really is such a great album, and I'm super excited to go back to it too, because I feel like I just gained so much more appreciation as I kept listening. I already loved it from the beginning, but something really, really clicked. As I said before, masterclass in songwriting. Everything about this makes sense and works so well. This was a really good listen. I loved this. I mean, I love indie folk. I love that sort of thing. I've mentioned that before. It's one of my favorite genres. It really just does something for me, and it really here just stood out. Because I feel like indie folk can sometimes be a little dull. I mean, that can go for any genre. But when it's just done so well that you really just gain a whole new appreciation for the genre, that's when you know it's something special. And I think this album really did that for me, because the storytelling and everything, it all really kept me engaged in such a cool way. I really, really loved it. I don't know what else is there to say. I feel like there is more to say, but I just like, that's how I feel. It was a fantastic listen. The title track or The Shrine, those two songs, probably my two favorites, even though the whole album was great. But I mean, yeah, so many great songs. I love the more stripped back songs too. Someone You'd Admire, Blue Spotted Tail. Lorelai had a great melody. I mean, I loved the playing. It's a good fucking album. Every song I'm just like, oh yeah, that one was really good. Oh yeah, that one was really good. I'm going to give my future thoughts, but leave it for right now. The only really big note I have, I think, is that Grown Ocean has grown on me. I just think with that track, in my reaction, I was so focused on the lyrics that I didn't even take in the sound as much, but I really, really love the sound of that song. That's probably like top 3 for me. I really still do want to emphasize I love the more stripped back ballads too, like Blue Spotted Tail and Someone You'd Admire. But yeah, I mean, amazing. I'm just going to go ahead and give my score. As of right now, it is a 9.1 out of 10 for me. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you soon.